here comes the combo, baby. The old combo wombo. The Efreet plus Mind Link. We get in there for double strike. We get 2 more free spells. Plus we're dealing 8 damage off the top of the dome piece. Oh, check this out. We're going to get a Magma Opus here, actually. All right, and then before we take our next attack step, we go here, Magma Opus Treasure. We get a free Magma Opus for 4 damage. Oh my god, things are going so smooth now. This combo is insane. It is insane. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's deck is appropriately titled Free Spells, and that is because we are going to be playing an instant and sorcery tribal list that's going to allow us to play instant sorcery cards not only from our hand, but from our graveyard and our opponent's graveyard. But also we're going to be playing some cards with 10 converted mana costs that we can get for exactly 0 cost. And we're going to be doing it in a Jeskai list with some really unique combos and cards that I'm sure you have yet to see. So with that being said, and before we dive into this, if you are new here and find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow this channel, and I would really appreciate it so much. With that being said, let's talk about the list. I'm very excited about this one because it is very unique. But I do have to make a quick disclaimer that I did see a partial part of this combo from somebody else on the ladder about 2 months back, and I just couldn't get it out of my head, and I had to give it a try today. And that combo is the Mind Link Mech and the Efreet Flamepainter. This deck that I was playing against, I can't remember if it was Jeskai or Grixis, but it played this combo where they get down a Mind Link Mech on turn 3. It is a flying vehicle for 4/3, but it becomes a copy of a target creature that you control when it attacks. And once this is down on the field, it crews for 1. Well, you immediately follow that the next turn with the Efreet Flamepainter, an absolutely busted card. The only thing keeping this card from being super playable is the fact that it doesn't have haste. But it's a double strike 1/4 that when it hits you, you can cast a mana, or you can cast a spell from your graveyard for free. From your graveyard for free without paying its mana cost. And when it's played again, it goes to exile. So what's nice about this is the double strike. So when it hits your opponent twice, you get 2 free spells cast from your graveyard. So that's going to be the combo today. This is going to become a 4/3 flying Flamepainter that's going to deal 8 damage and allow you to deal or play 2 spells from your graveyard for free. That's insane. That is a combo that I took from somebody off the ladder, and it was very fantastic when I saw it. So we're running 2 of those apiece. The rest of the deck is sweet. I kind of threw together basically all of the best Jeskai cards I could find with some seriously heavy top ends, and we also have a backup win con. It's just as much primarily a win con as the Flamepainter combo. It's 2 wizard spellbooks. This is a card that was absolutely immediately my favorite card right out of the D&D set, and I played it and made an entire video on it right away. It did really well and people enjoyed it, but it's a very hard card for us to synergize with and put together a list that, you know, makes sense. And today's list is perfect for it because it runs a ton of spells and we're trying to put them into the graveyard for the Flamepainter. So the synergy is perfect. And what this card does is allows us to play cards from our graveyard or our opponent's graveyard at sorcery speed, and we can get it for up to free, 1 mana or free if you roll a perfect 20, but most of the time we're trying to roll between a 10 and a 19 on the dice. If we do that, we get to play the card for 1 mana. If anything lower, we get to play that card for its original converted mana cost. So either way, pretty good. We get some free spells from the graveyard with this card, and it plays really nicely with the rest of the deck. So the win cons in this deck are 1 explosive singularity, because if we play this and then immediately copy it with the Flamepainter from the graveyard or the wizard spellbook, we win the game. That's why that's on here. We've obviously got 2 Magma Opuses, because if we can get this for cheap to nothing, it's insane. We have 1 Seagate Restoration for some card draw. Of course, 3 Lorehold Commands for the life gain, card draw, all the extra, you know, utilities on that. We've got a bunch of sweepers. We got 4 Doomscars and 2 Burn Down the House. Burn Down the House also being a utility card where we can spit out devils. And then how are we going to get these cards, right? So these four cards right here early game are what's going to set up the game. So we got 3 Cathartic Pyre, which is going to allow us to draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, boom, graveyard effect. And also it deals 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. So very cool versatility there. Faithful Mending, obvious, gain life, draw, discard. Another utility card here is to counter something. So we get 2 of these, we get 2 counter spells, or we can just draw and discard 2 cards as well. And then of course the last one is Unexpected Windfall. This is going to gain us a bunch of treasure as well, so very helpful. The rest of the deck is just strictly mana here. As you can see, there's a link in the description below. If you want to just click that, it'll lead you to the Aether Hub. You can download this deck, but enjoy the gameplay footage you're about to see here, because this might be some of the wildest games I played in collective group at one time. So enjoy this, have some fun with this. This one's a blast, and we'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, here we go. We are getting some free spells today because I am not paying mana for them. Forget that. Forget that. Why pay mana when you can get things for free? You know what I'm saying? That kind of just fits, you know? That just sounds better. We could definitely keep this. We've got some circulation type cards with the Villain's Lair and Pyre. And they're both utility cards, which means we can use them for not just, you know, your typical cycling through cards, but you can use them for, you know, some other things, removal, counters, things like that. So pretty happy with this hand, actually. Looking pretty solid. Solly? Oh, I think I just said a word. All right, so this is Orzhov. What kind of Orzhov is it? Because I did actually run into Clerics once while we were kind of playtesting, but it looks like it's Esper, so we'll see some Planeswalkers here. Which means this could be good, because it does blow up planeswalkers, but we do get it back later, so it's all good. Definitely Doomscar. I don't think Doomscar is going to be very relevant here. Counter spells definitely might be relevant. Wow, we really didn't hit a land here. That's crazy. Crazy. Sure, let's get the mech down. It's going to be hard to find an Efreet this early, but I mean, we're just banking on it. We need land. Regardless of what happens here, we need land. Holding up the counterspell there might have been to play just because we have things like Kato that we got to worry about coming down this turn, but I don't know. That Foretell card is more than likely going to be a Doomscar. Could be Behold the Multiverse, but probably Doomscar. All right, I mean, that's something. Wow, we get the Efreet. That's the combo's ready to go. The combo is ready to go. Love that. Love that. Gonna get a free Lorehold command off here. Gonna get 2 free ones if we want. I'll probably Faithful Mending and then... Ooh, they missing land drops. That's brutal. They are getting crushed on their own lands. Feels bad, man. That means this game should be pretty free here. Let's create a 3/2 and draw some cards. All right, get another shot in there. Get another free spell. We're gonna do another Faithful Mending. We'll drop this and this. Keep the mana flowing. I think mana is obviously super important here. We want to get to our spell book, obviously. Combos online. I mean, there's nothing our opponent really can do to stop it at this point. I mean, Vanishing Verse does stink, but we do have counter magic to protect our things starting next turn. So, I mean, good luck to them. We don't even really need the Wizard spell book, which is crazy. They've got to have some sort of instant speed removal, I would feel like, with the Vanishing Verse. Or they might have another Sunset Revelry, but the Revelry doesn't really help them because we go over the top, which is what makes the Mindlink mech even better. Mindlink mech is crazy. This combo right here is insane. When I first saw it on the ladder, I was very impressed. Whoever thought of that, that was pretty cool. We need more red mana though, because we can't even cast a Unexpected Windfall if we found one. All right, Vanishing Verse is definitely coming down here. I mean, they've got 2 mana open and they're holding priority. I can't imagine. I mean, this could be Behold Multiverse, like I said. That could be another big play. Wow. Okay, this is definitely going to be good games. This is definitely going to be good games, and we have counter magic all day here, so nothing they can really do. Another Lorehold Command, Magma Opus. I could actually finish them here, couldn't I? I could do this. Magma Opus is in the yard. Painter hits them for another 4. We Magma Opus their face. And that's GG's, my friend. Nice, clean, smooth victory right there. That is. I don't think it's gonna get that smooth going forward. That is about as smooth as it can possibly get. Wow, good game. Now that felt good, ladies and gentlemen. That felt good. Very smooth. I don't think every game's gonna obviously be like that. We're gonna have trouble in some games finding the pieces we need here, but ultimately, I think the game plan's not that bad, man. We got plenty of control, answers for a lot of different things, and we just kind of build, you know, build up to these win cons. Got a good opening hand with Doomscar, especially seeing Gruul mana come down. That's nice. Doomscar should be very helpful. We have a backup burn down the house too. Oh yeah, we're seeing some Naya nonsense here, huh? The Cathartic Pyre could be good because we might see a hasty 3 toughness creature. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. No? Really? Okay. I think counter magic's the thing we don't really need that much of. And I guess we can drop 1 land. Nice, we pull another land, so I don't regret that. That's good. Faithful Mending's nice. Do I Faithful Mending or do I go for Doomscar? Doomscar might be more important. I don't know. I don't think they're going to play so many creatures that I'm going to want to play a Doomscar this turn. They haven't played anything yet, which is super surprising for a Naya player. I'm very, very confused on what they're doing here, but oh well, to each their own. I mean, they're letting me get to my end game, which is really nice. Okay, so you're telling me they're playing runes and enchantments, and they're just now playing a card on turn 5. That is so beyond mind-boggling. Would have been nice to have held on to the Cathartic Pyre to blow this up when they target it with the rune, so they didn't draw a card, but you never know. We might draw one here. Let's find out. Nope. That's all right. Gonna have to let it go. It is what it is. They get a card. But I did get a Lorehold Command, and that's gonna shoot it down next turn. Hopefully they invest a little bit more into it next turn. Haste? Yep, sure. Why not? Why the heck not? All right. Pass the turn. We got plenty of instant speed spells here. Lorehold Command, Faithful Mending, a little bit of life gain. Okay, so Doomscar looking pretty good now. But I kind of want to sacrifice one of these treasures to draw 2 cards with the Lorehold, so I'm happy with blowing up the champion. Oh man, not having counterspell now feels a little rough. Don't know what we're gonna do really about that Hollowed Haunting. A little bit not great. Oh, what did I miss here? Why did it get pumped? Oh shoot, I missed something. How? Wait, I missed something here. It was at 4. I'm gonna have to rewatch that footage. I thought it was at 4 toughness, and then they played this. They were going to attach. I'm confused. We just took 6 unnecessarily, I feel like, because I thought we stopped it. Wait, did they play this? Oh, did they play this prior? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking, and when I'm talking through my plays, sometimes I miss things like that. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. I'm sure I'll figure it out. No need to comment. I'll figure it out by next game and see where I slipped up there. I thought we blew that up before it was able to get any bigger than 4 toughness, but clearly I was wrong. All right, memory deluge. Let's grab Doomscar is definitely helpful, and Efreet is our win con of sorts. Nice. Oh, I missed a land drop. We missed the land drop, but they didn't play anything this turn, so we should be fine. Might want to hold. We might want to hold off on a Efreet for now because we're probably gonna end up needing to Doomscar a couple of times and also burn down the house. So let's just give it a minute here and see how this develops a little bit. Rune of speed, so they're gonna get right after me again. Great. Ah, interesting. They're going to take my Mind Link mech, so that game plan is kind of out the door. Looks like I should have held up lower hold command after all. I think the play on this next turn is just burn down the house before this gets too big, because Doomscar can handle a wider variety of situations. And so let's just use up the burn down the house while we can, while it's relevant. Easy 5 damage throughout. Easy peasy. And then leaves us with what, 2 mana left over? That's not great. That one land drop miss is going to kind of haunt us a bit here, because we could have faithful mended on this turn. That's fine. We don't care too much about that. It puts it on top of their deck, right? Or no, they actually get to play it. We are running out of sweepers though, so we do got to kind of keep that in mind, that we need to get this train rolling here. But in this particular matchup, the spell book is the play here. Exile 1 target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield. So that's gonna actually stay there. Or that can actually hit the spell book. There's no actual like mana. I do like actually drawing that counter spell. That's not terrible, but I don't feel like there's a whole lot for us to do this turn. Shoot, they get back a creature, huh? Yeah, they're gonna get the visitor back. That's fine. Does pump their spirits though. Kind of annoying. Taking 2 here, that's fine. I want a lower hold command, but I don't think that's the time to do it. I think we can get a better situation going with that. Actually, you know what? I think the Efreet play might. I don't know. Oh, let's hang on to Efreet. We might draw another mech, and then I'm gonna regret not holding on to it. All right, so now we got mana for days. Mana for days. Shoot, what do we do here? There's so many options, man. This deck is presenting me so many options, and that's what makes things so difficult. It's like, which one is the prime, which one is the play that makes the most sense? You know what I'm saying? They have 4 cards in hand too, which is really concerning. We're probably gonna lower hold command here though. Eat one of these treasures, draw some cards. Okay, they're gonna invest into the restoration. That's fine. All right, I am going to blow this up before it gets too big, And then we're going to eat a treasure. And then we're going to counter the showdown. All right, there's the combo we need. Showdown is countered because the showdown can definitely get them back into this game, which we cannot have. The generous visitor is only a 1/1, so that's not too much damage to worry about. So we'll probably play the Mind Leak mech on this turn and then maybe burn down the house. We'll see. Depending on where they put this 1/1 counter. Yeah, we'll burn down the house. Nice. Are they going to take my treasure? That's actually really good for us because now they're going to have no exiling effects for our Mind Link mech. This is good. That's actually a really good W for us. They got a little too overextended there. They're going to regret that for sure. This is where the regret starts to set in for them. Because next turn we get the Efreet down and then the combo is ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be saucy. Let's go. How many cards left do we have? 30? We're only halfway through the deck. Not bad. Oh, you're kidding me. No shot they actually had another one. Oh, that's brutal. Now we gotta solely rely on our spell book. That's tough. They really had another one. That's crazy. A 1/4 double strike's a good body to block with still though, or do we want to sweep again? That leaves me with what? 1, 2, 3 mana left over. All right. I think we just take the damage here and we go for a Faithful Mending and Memory Deluge. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot more damage than I anticipated, huh? Am I gonna lose because of that? Because I didn't sweep? 6 damage there. Okay, we're good. We're fine. This is fine. We need this. And this. Actually, we need more life gain than we need treasures, right? Life gain is going to be pretty key here in the ending parts of this game. All right. Doomscar, clean sweep. Opponent's now top decking. We have Spellbook. Let's go. All right, we have 1 mana to use, so let's play it safe here. Let's play it safe here. If we miss this, it is what it is. Wow, we don't miss. In fact, we roll a perfect 20. Oh, we roll a perfect 20 there. That's crazy. All right, we got a Seat of the Empire for some more removal. It's not going to be necessary though. I mean, we've got the book now. Oh, geez, that's crazy. Let's do the book first and see if we end up having to pay any mana for our spell or if we get it for free here. Magma Opus, of course. We do have to pay for it. That's tough. That's tough, but it's all good. We submit. You tap. 4 damage. Perfect. Auto pay. 2 cards. We get a land. Gain some life there. And say go. Well, that stinks. We didn't get a free Magma Opus there, unfortunately, but the spellbook is going, man. It is cruising along. Let's hope we get another 20 down the road. That'd be so sweet. All right, generous visitor. That's fine. As soon as we get a free spell, this thing's pretty much locked up. All right. Let's attack first. They take the 4. Let's see if we get that free spell here. Let's go for a lower hold here. Roll that dice. A 1. Yikes, man. We keep getting bad rolls here. Bad rolls. I'm actually going to get another creature here, I think. and then we'll just lore hold again, create another 3/2, we attack in, and then that should pretty much cover the game, because they're gonna get a rune here. They're gonna try to put the rune onto the Runeforge champion. This says whenever you cast, or maybe a cast, so they are gonna end up with 1 spirit. That's fine. This game, ladies and gentlemen, is about over. No card draw for them. We gain more life. They get 1 spirit. No biggie. And there's the scoop. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get some more like highlight reel finishing with that wizard spellbook. I'll kind of talk you through what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for the spellbook to get us a free magma opus on that first go, and then we were going to use all of our mana to cast singularity to the face, and then the following turn we were going to try to get a free singularity, and that would have been the ultimate end game right there. But anyways, good game. On to the next. All right, that was a solid game. I am happy I got to play the wizard spellbook a little bit. That card is definitely a card I've been wanting to play again for a very, very long time. That's been in the back pocket for too long, so I'm super happy that I got some play today. I get to go first. Nothing till turn 4, but going first, I'll take it. You guys know me. I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to that. No prob. No prob on the keep. Gonna need to see Doomscar though. Looks like it's mono white. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind an Efreet either. Like, we can get an Efreet down. We can do some creative blocking. Shoot, we're definitely too slow for this. I'm gonna need something here. Land is not that something. All right, this bounces for 4, so we might as well play the Mind Link mech. We can hold up a bounce spell next turn, which could get us out of a little bit of trouble, but not a whole lot. And there it is. I was gonna say, up until now, it's been pretty good, and we've been avoiding some serious conflict, but now not so much. I think I take this hit here, and we memory deluge, and we try to find a Doomscar. We gotta go digging here. Doomscar can get us out of this mess a little bit here. I do need to find a white source too, though. Just realized that. So is the play Doomscar, or is it Unexpected Windfall? I'm sorry, Deluge or Unexpected Windfall. I still think it's Deluge, because if we don't find the Doomscar with the Windfall, it's not good. It's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Well, it doesn't really much matter, does it? None of those help me. Not even a white source in that pile there. And that is good games. We just couldn't find a Doomscar. Couldn't make it happen. That'll happen though. I mean, mono white is so quick. It's so quick. If you don't have the tools, it's toast. Not one Cathartic Pyre, not one Doomscar. So, GG. Yeah, that was definitely my fault for keeping that hand too. That was a rough keep. I gotta stop doing that. I always complain about it after the fact, but I gotta stop keeping bad hands. Just because I go first doesn't mean it's okay. But I do that a lot. I do it a lot. All right, Doomscar to kick things off is much better. Double blue for Deluge, double white if we need it. Okay, this isn't bad. We've got Cathartic Pyre for early removal too. This should be nice. It'll be nice if it's a aggro or mid-rangey type deck, but if there's no creatures that we see, it might not be so great. I'm gonna hold the Pyre for cycling through some cards here. Orzhov. Okay, Orzhov, here we go. So they are running creatures. Let them actually decide on this before I do this. This could actually change their mind on what they pull here. All right. I don't know if Doomscar is going to be that relevant. I mean, I hope it is, but I don't think it's going to be. We pulled another one anyway, so it worked out fine. So we got 3 out of the 4 already. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but this is definitely Orzhov like blood money, I'm guessing, because they have Undo Inversion in the deck. It's like no one's running that when they're running Orzhov like cleric list, right? So this is a cleric, but ooh, we don't have a second red source. That's gonna haunt me probably. Probably, but should be fine with the Deluge. Take some more damage from the professor's not exactly the end of the world. I would like to find some counter magic. I think that's going to be the biggest play here. Opponent's probably going to get down a Loth though before we can do that, which feels pretty bad. Loth? No, it's not a Loth. They are going to draw a card though if I blow up the board, which feels bad. Let's see what I can find here. Hopefully another spell book. No. We don't need mana. We got plenty of mana. Actually, a second red source though for the windfall is kind of important. Kind of important. Still not presenting enough damage for me to actually go for the Doomscar play. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. A judge. Okay. Well, we can bounce that judge back to their hand and make them recast it later in the game once it's got its 3 counters on it, right? So that's kind of cool. We don't need... I may regret that. Can this bounce any permanent? Target artifact, creature, or enchantment? Yes. Nice. That's clutch. Okay. That's pretty clutch. Ooh, and we get a wizard spellbook. You know what? Don't mind if I do. We're gonna send it here. This might be a bad send just because it may not hit a 10 or higher, but if we get a 10 or higher here, we can find ourselves hitting a free Doomscar, which would be pretty sweet. Or not free, but essentially for 1. If it whiffs, that's fine. We got another Doomscar here and here, so it'll all be good. Vanishing Verse. Are you kidding me? I still get a free Doomscar. Looks like maybe. Yes. Cool. It still actually goes through. That's actually nice. All right. So Vanishing Verse, I knew would be one of our worst nightmares as far as the spellbook goes. It also plays really well at removing our Efreet plan too. So it's a tough card to get around. Ouch. That's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. All right, we're gonna hit the Faithful Mending here, hopefully getting us back a bit of life so we don't get completely destroyed here. The Despair was pretty bad. Another Despair wins in the game unless I Faithful Mend, which they don't know I have, so they might just do it. Yeah. They're full sending here. All right, so we're not quite dead yet. Pretty darn close, though. Two Faithful Mendings to go. They had to discard the hand size there. That's pretty cool. Faithful Mendings are instant speed, so it's pretty darn helpful. The Hive is on their side, so they may activate it. If they do, we have a Cathartic Pyre to deal with that. Because that does eat up our graveyard too. This is actually a terrible matchup for us. The more and more like this game plays out, the more I'm starting to see just how bad Orzhov is for us to deal with. It's pretty messed up, man. If I can get off this big deluge here, that could be pretty clutch. Looks like they're pretty much tapped out, pretty close too. Are we gonna 2 HP clutch this? That would be bonkers. All right, let's go. Counter magic is gonna be key against this opponent for sure. Don't find it though. Wow. Don't find much of anything really. Obviously the Efreet's nice. It's a good blocker to the, you know, the 2/1. It's got basically first strike because it's got double strike, and then we have ways to gain life and draw cards with the Lorehold command, which is super helpful. I don't like the Dooms or the Mascot Exhibition though, not being able to do anything about it. I may have to bounce back my own Efreet here and blow up the board. Okay. I don't have many ways to win the game if we lose that. So it's like, I really feel like I have to bounce this back to my hand, which is not fun. I can't bounce it back to my hand though, because if I bounce it back to my hand, I don't have enough mana to deal with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 2 mana left over. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one of these. That stinks, man. That stinks. No more mana here to do any sort of counter magic. So if they have another way to deal, okay, I was gonna say if they have another way to deal out that despair, we're in trouble. All right, we just gotta hope we get another spell book and we can protect it with the you know, the layer. How many? So we haven't used any, right? Okay, so we still have one more layer in the deck too. So I mean, it's not impossible. I don't care if they, yeah, I don't really care if they cast that. We bounce that back to their hand at some point in the game, right? So I'm actually gonna cast that Singularity, I think. Gaining life though, man. We're gaining a ton of life right now. I don't think, do I want the lands? I don't think I want the lands. All right. Oh, we got the mech. We've got the mech. We're getting closer. We're getting ever so close to the ultimate goal here. A couple explosive singularities could win us the game too. You know, that's 10 damage right there, plus the mind leaks damage. Could win us the game for sure. Back to 9 life, by the way, which is bueno. Very bueno. What a game, man. How do I keep finding myself in these like crazy, like intense games these last couple of weeks? It's insane. Like very intense games. I know I could have definitely created a creature there so that the Mind Link mech could start coming through for some damage, but I don't think it's that important, to be honest. All right. We have a very, very serious situation on our hands here, so this is going to get a third coin, huh? Third coin. Do we go for this play? We have counter magic. I think this is the play. I don't like leaving myself this exposed, but we we do have some room, very, very small room, wiggle room here. So if we do take a pretty big hit, we'll be okay. Sinner's Judgment also needs 3, right? If Sinner's Judgment put it in the graveyard anywhere, exile 3 or more. Yes, 3 or more. Burn down the house takes care of that as well as this, so I'm okay with that resolving, actually, at least for now. Tricky, tricky, man. This is getting tricky. Unexpected Windfall, I think, is my single play here that I need to do because it will get me some treasures, which is super helpful. All right, that's a problem. Do we let that resolve because it can put a counter onto something, and if it puts a counter onto something, it's above burn down the house. All right, yeah, I think this is a fine counter. I think that's a fine counter. But now we are wide open. Chin is up in the air, ready for a counter punch, and it all comes down to this. Seven damage, not a problem. I can't believe how clutch, by the way, the Seagate was there. That was pretty awesome. Would have loved to get the treasures on that last play, but beggars can't be choosers, right? All right. Burn down the house for 5 damage. That'll take care of the whole board here.
Years of training for this.
Bounce this. And then we drop down the... Can we drop down the Efreet? We only have 3 mana left over. Oh, we don't even have an Efreet. What am I saying? I thought we had one. 3 mana. Okay, I guess we can Faithful Mend. Okay. Okay, we can Faithful Mend. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's not good.
I'm not overconfident. You're just
Not good. Unable to counter the enchantment side of the judge again, so I'm hoping they don't go for that as a play this turn.
Remember your training.
I don't have another bounce effect, so if I just need to get a counter spell before they can cast that, or I need to kill them within the next 3 to 4 turns, which is also a tricky situation. Back down to 2. 2 HP. Looks like they're not going for the enchantment, so that's good. And I'm probably gonna get another burn down the house because I do have the spell book. All right, that's pretty good. That's for as far as how things could have gone that turn. That's not that bad. We got the Efreet. That's huge. Okay. All right, spell book, and that leaves us with 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly 5. So we're guaranteed with this play, we're guaranteed to hit the burn down the house. Potentially even more value here if we get a 10 or higher. So we're looking for a 10, baby. We're looking for a 10 or higher. Come on, dice. 12. Let's go. Dude, thank God for that 12. What a clutch 12. Check this out. Ready? Sweep them up, baby. Oh my God. Chilling. We are chilling now. And now we can get 2 more additional spells for free here. Or we can hold our counter magic. Counter magic seems good because they're probably going to cast this, right? Hold the counter spells. Hold the line. Hold. Hold. This will buy us an additional turn, so it's definitely the move. Easy counter. That's why we hold the line, baby. All right. And here's where things get really interesting. We could probably win the game here. I'm probably not going to see it and I'm probably going to miss it, but we're going to try. We're going to try here. All right, let's see what we can hit here. I kind of want to use their own despair against them if I'm being honest. I think that's the best play. But if I miss a 10 or higher, it's a waste. It's a wash. 9 cards left in my deck. I gotta be aware of that. All right, we're paying full cost for this. So let's just deal 3 damage, create a blocker. Also, that generates some potential damage for us there. Here comes the combo, baby. The old combo wombo. The Efreet plus Mind Link. We get in there for double strike. We get 2 more free spells. Plus we're dealing 8 damage off the top of the dome piece. Oh, check this out. We're going to get a Magma Opus here, actually. We're going to get a Magma Opus, ladies and gentlemen. Lower hold command. All right, and then before we take our next attack step, we go here, Magma Opus Treasure. We get a free Magma Opus for 4 damage. Oh my god, things are going so smooth now. This combo is insane. It is insane. Down to 7 cards in deck. Gotta be careful. End our turn. And we've got too many threats now for them to deal with. So they've only got Mascot Exhibition to maybe help save them here. Oh, a Farewell. That's crazy. But you know what? We still win the game. We still win the game. We got a Singularity right to the face here. So that's GG's. And this right here is why we put this sort of nonsense into our deck, is so we can do things like this and just win the game nice and easy. You know what I'm saying? Throw down a card, bop, get on with the game. GG's. What an insane round of games we just had there, man. Holy. That is going to conclude today's gameplay portion of the deck or video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. We are going to break this thing down now and talk about the list a little bit more in detail. But before we do that, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to every single person who has made it this far into the video. It means a lot because it does go a long way for the algorithm and pushes our videos out to more people when they get a lot more watch time. So thank you for sticking around for that. I appreciate that support. With that being said, let's talk about the list. So I like this list a lot. I think it's so much fun. I had such a blast playing it, and I think it's pretty well rounded, believe it or not. I don't think it's like obviously perfect. It has its holes just like any deck. As far as matchups go, we saw mono white kind of stomp us into the ground, but mono white is not a list I'm like super concerned about, because we do have a full package of sweepers, right? We got Doomscar, and then we've also got an additional 2 Burn Down the House. So that's 6 sweepers in the deck, which is kind of a lot for any deck, right? We've also got life gain and spot removal. So I'm not exactly sold that mono white is better than us or a bad matchup in any way, but I don't know if you've seen it in the video or if it was a pregame before the recording, but we did run into an Orzhov list, and Orzhov is tricky because Orzhov runs exiling effects like Vanishing Verse, and I believe it's Rite of Oblivion. Those 2 cards do hit your Mind Link mech and Wizard Spellbook, and if you've already thrown your Opus away and your Explosive Singularity, it's almost impossible to win a game because Spellbook and Mind Link bring those things back for, you know, to be playable. So it does get a little tricky in those types of situations, but we are such a great control deck that maybe we just add like you know, a Hall of the Storm Giants land, you know, just as an additional potential win con in case something does happen to your Spellbook and Mind Link. Also, you can consider throwing in an additional Villains Layer to protect both your Mind Mech and your Spellbook. Both of those things are so important, and again, if your opponent is running those Vanishing Verses, you know, things like that, you want to make sure you're kind of ready to go on that. And as far as like if things get banished, because you know, playing against runes too, there's a lot of like banishing effects, and runes are still kind of floating around out there. You may want to get something that destroys you know, target like enchantments, just so in case you get like imprisoned in sort of you know, a situation where they imprison your wizard's book or your mech, which does happen. You're gonna want some like destroying enchantment type effects in the deck for that. So you can consider things like Rip Apart. Rip Apart's a really good, you know, utility tool as opposed to Cathartic Pyre. Pyre is nice because we can get cards to the graveyard, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to sort through our deck pretty quickly, but we do have 3 other effects that do that. So it might be worth throwing out the Cathartic Pyre for some Rip Apart. Rip Apart's really nice. But there's many things you can do with this deck. This deck is great because it's a control list that really just runs off of you know, instant speed and sorcery cards. And when that happens, the world is your oyster. It kind of becomes like, what sort of things are you seeing in the meta, and how do you want to combat that? Do you want more counter spells? Do you want removal, life gain, those types of things? It's so flexible because it's a control deck. It's got one thing in mind. You got the mech, you got the flame, you got the spell book. That's it. Every single other card in here totally interchangeable, which is super great. And this deck still runs with the same exact game plan in mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's really fun, greatly interchangeable, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this one a lot. I don't have too much more to say about it. I had a lot of fun playing it. I think you will too. But before I get out of here and close the show out for good, I just want to say huge shout out and thank you as always to my Marty mob. I really do appreciate each and every single one of them so much for being members here on the channel and helping support this channel, you know, financially. And you kind of are the backbone and cornerstone of everything around here. And the reason I do this and I can do this is because of you guys. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And if you guys want to become a member today and learn more about what that means, you can hit the join button down below or the link in the description below for some more details on how you can support the channel and maybe get some added benefits to your account. But with that being said, we are out of here, guys. We'll be back here on Wednesday for another video as well as a live stream. So if you guys want to check out the live stream, we are live at 5 o'clock. No, I say that every time. I literally say 5 o'clock every time. It's 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to check us out. We are 2 hours every Wednesday night. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you. But that's it, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video on Wednesday. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.